What's up, everyone? I'm Bianca Torres. We're here with Apartment 5H again. We're here with Jim's World.
Yo.
And we have some very special guests. We have Ray Daniels in the building. He's back.
I'm back. I'll tell himself I want my headphone.
He
owe me some headphones. He owe me some.
Good luck.
Because of plies.
Yeah.
You I said I like plies?
Yes. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
There we go.
Good luck with that, but we'll send a message.
Every time I see him, I know I owe Mo something now. That's my thing.
Pause. Right. I'm ready.
And we have the Polish police as well.
I'm dead.
And then we have Obie here.
What's up?
And Eddie.
Oh no, y'all.
How's everyone doing today?
Good. How
Happy
are
to be
you?
here.
Yeah?
Thank you for having us.
Of course. How long y'all been in town?
A couple days. A day. 36
It feel like
hours.
It feel like 5 days. Even
Honestly.
Y'all be on the move.
That's how you know you're working hard.
Yeah. So you guys have been promoting Off the Top Freestyle?
Yeah.
What is going on? Because you dipping your toes back in music? What's going on? the baby toe?
Kinda.
Okay.
Eddie is a great friend. Introduced me to Obie. Obie was breaking down everything he was doing. And, 7 million users, 200,000 barbers, and it's like, man, the culture need to know about you.
So tell us about this platform.
This platform.
Yes.
Yes, because it's bigger than just an app.
Bigger than just an app.
But we do have an app.
Okay.
7 million people around the country have downloaded. And why? Because we are the best place to find a barber around the country. So anyone here can download the app and find a barber here in New York, in Atlanta, DC, doesn't matter. We got barbers all around the country. You can book, pay, and tip your barber. And that's what we do. And we figured it'd be a great opportunity to marry barbershop culture and music since it's so intertwined already. And Eddie introduced me to Ray. You started talking, and here we are.
Triple threat over here for the cut.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So do you find that, so you have 7 million users. I'm not saying I'm surprised. I just think that, men don't cheat on their barbers. So I'm a little surprised. Right. Because usually I would imagine they get a cut or whatever they got to do before they cheat on their wives, but not their barbers.
You said that earlier, but
So-
even if they have a barber, you still want to get
In and out of the
in
shop.
and out. It's like I don't want to come in at 8. Like if I booked at 8, now sometimes I call you, hey bro, 8. No, you said 7. No, I said 8. The app is right there.
Exactly.
Book it. It's
Okay.
Right
So it's not just about discovery. It's about when you got an appointment at 4. When I show up at 4, I'm in the chair. I'm not waiting hours in the shop. Like I don't need to worry about running to the ATM to get cash. I can pay through the app. So those are the other reasons why people use it beyond just discovery.
Okay.
But when you put them all together, like you said, a triple threat.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long has the cut been up and
You
running?
just turned 9 not too long ago.
9 years?
Crazy, right?
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Almost a teenager.
So why now are you choosing to I know you're on a press run, you're promoting the app, but why now?
Well, here's how it goes. Eddie, great friend of mine. Shout out to Eddie the Mogul. I usually shout him out off camera, but he's on camera, so we got my boy Eddie here. Eddie comes to me and tells me about the cut. I'm like, oh, that's fire. Like, I heard of it. I've heard of these kind of apps. And then I met Obie. And I was like, oh, you like us. Like, you cool. Like, so then it was like, let's figure out what we could do. And then I was like, let's make a splash. So barbershops, bars in the barbershop. That was kind of where it came from, like bars in the barbershop. The barbershop is a place where we all go as men to feel safe, to voice our opinion. I've never seen someone get canceled from a barbershop because they said something crazy. It's our culture. So, the whole concept was let's find a way to, and then not only that, in our business, it's like lyricists matter, right? And it's like, what better way to have a 60 to 90 second commercial of someone rapping about your brand, then put it in the middle of a contest. And now whoever's the best is going to get some money and going to get some exposure. And there's some good stuff going on right now.
Okay. So what are you looking for in the winner?
Well, I'll tell you what I was looking for. My thing is, obviously I'm a music exec. I've been in it for a very long time. But my thing is that I'm tired of young people thinking that they have to rap about what the world is and not rap about what their world is. Right? So it's funny because a kid came in to the office, to one of the auditions, and he had on a college shirt. But he was rapping about street stuff. And I was like, this is the point of that. And what I was telling Obie, I'm like, I want to hear someone that makes me feel like I know them in that 90 seconds. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a couple of people. New York showed out. It was a couple of people. It was one kid. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Bianca. I think I had a tear coming out my eye because he was like, my mom, my family is, and he was like, I'm feeding my daughter, and it was like, That's what this is about. Tell the truth. Stop going out there rapping about what you don't have.
Right.
Tell us who you are. You know, so that's what makes me excited. Somebody that just gives a real story, someone that you can see, everybody in this room can see, and you guys want to share it to your people because you're happy this person won, but you like listen to what this kid just said.
Right.
And to me, that's what we're looking for. That's what I was looking for as a judge. Obie's a judge too, so Obie's way more critical than I am. Obie's way more critical than I am.
Simon Cowell, that was crazy.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I think it wasn't that I was trying to be overly critical. I was just trying to make sure we got a good balance.
Yes.
You know, because like to your point, I feel like people get away with saying a lot.
Yeah.
And I was trying, if anything, I was trying to have a little bit more of an ear. Just a little bit more of an ear.
No, but listen,
More substance.
to each his own. But
Yeah.
it was good. New York was
Yeah.
great, and looking forward to it.
Obi was like, I don't like the way he used the cut. I'm gonna give him
Well,
five.
look, that's part of it.
That's part of it, though, but we said
had
that.
three categories,
They had
right?
to incorporate the
Yeah.
cut.
That's the only criteria in your rap.
So
Okay.
the three categories we judged on. It was your bars, it was your creativity in mentioning the cut, and it was like your stage presence like in front of us. So for me, to their point, like on the cut part, I was a little more critical. I mean, obviously, but like my thing was like I just wanted you to really get in your bag. Like if you mentioned us, all right, cool.
But
But,
some
like,
people
if you was
made it
really
a part of
creative,
some
yeah,
people made it a
right.
part of their flow. Like,
Then you really got
yeah, some people might
got me out
say,
my
yeah, I
seat.
got it in the cut. But some people was like, I'm on a cut app getting my like it was just like how you use it tells us what kind of an MC you really are.
Right.
And when do you think like the marriage between music and barbershop culture like started?
Well, I'll tell you this. When I started being in the music business, I remember coming up in the music business, you know, like when you go to DC, New York, you know, Philly, you know, usually it's a hot barbershop on that itinerary.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to stop at this barbershop at this hood and talk to these people. So I think it's always been integrated. I think that the internet has made us think all you got to do is put the phone up and put it out and people are fine. And to me, like even with this, it was like we could have easily said, hey, here's what we're doing. Upload your video,
Right.
tag such and such. But it was like, nah.
Disengage
Like,
people.
let's see the people see the CEO of this company, right? Let's see people see, we got Mav Hoffa, see myself, like see us in the room showing that we care.
Right.
Right.
We get the best out of people.
And from our side, it was more so like he always says like we want to make sure the culture is seen on our app because that's one of the main advantages of the cut. Right, we are a part of the culture. We look like the culture. We come from the culture. So it's like, how can we infuse that? And the first person I thought was like culture referee. It makes sense, right? It's like let's get Ray and let's come up with something dope that just expands like and pretty much can transcend what is already existing. Right, freestyles exist so many different freestyle platforms, but how can we make it unique? How can we do something that's not being done before, done now currently, and how can we use it to just catapult the culture and also catapult music and bring it back to where it started within the barbershops. So
That's dope. Are y'all putting like seasoned veterans on it or it's just new
Anybody can
people?
come.
Open application. Anybody can apply.
It was some New York people who.
Wait, are we
literally-
talking about the app or are we talking about the freestyle?
Like that, like the freestyle part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was some people who got close in New York. That's like, I'm driving to DC. I'm coming to get this money. Like, use no criteria. You just got to just be in the city and come with it.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Do you think, because the music industry is like really suffering right now? It is. No, it is. I mean,
You're right. You're
Ray
not
called
wrong.
it 2 years ago. I'm just say that.
Yeah, but you're right. But that's kind of why we wanted to do this. It was like, like it's like in the world of like hip hop was built off the pillar of being an MC.
Right.
Being able to say something, being able to influence somebody. And I feel like we've gotten to this place where it's just, like murder rap, I sold drugs, my ops is the enemy, and it's all about me. And, I grew up in the industry, I grew up in the game when rap was out where it was inclusive of us. Like, it was like I remember being a kid hearing self-destruction where it was like, we ain't selling drugs, and then it got to the place where now the drug dealers run the business. It's just different. So for me, it was like, obviously that's the game, that's where it is. And, we could sit around like some old guys and complain about where it is, or we could do something about it. And this is kind of a form of that, like bars. Who got the flow? And I'm not gonna lie to you, like even myself as a person who's known for the hits, right? Like I think we got the number one global song in the world right now, right? But it's like, that's cool, but that's not culture. That's not us. It's a great song, but it's not us. It's like, dog, I remember the first time I heard this album is dedicated to all the people that told me I would never amount to nothing. For all the people that called the police on me while I was just trying to make money to feed my daughter.
right?
He humanized the drug dealer. He humanized the drug dealer. He humanized himself. It wasn't like we don't do bad shit, but now we're doing bad shit to be bad. when we said we were doing bad shit to get out.
Right.
Now we want to do bad shit to go in.
Bad is
so for
cool
me, it's
now.
like, how
That's
can
a
we
bar.
give our culture, like with 3 black men, Math is not here, it's 4 of us, Chastity also, like it's all of us. How can we give our culture something to be proud of, something to share that is more motivating, right? It's like put a light on somebody. Like I'm telling you, like it was one kid in New York. He came with like every bar was about a barber thing. Like
Yeah,
the whole flow was catered to barber. So it was like
that was tough. That was tough.
yeah, I ain't gonna say his name. You said it. Yeah, I ain't gonna say his name. But like when he came though, oh that's your man. I forgot you barber. You gotta say that.
Gotta give him a plug.
Cash Flow Harlem. Yeah.
Oh, that's my man.
Yeah,
He from 155th.
Yo, when he came
Yeah.
in, when
He
y'all
tough,
see,
he tough.
when y'all
He
see
bodied
his,
that.
when y'all see his, like it's like, come
That was
on.
when we, all of us, on our edge of our seats, like, oh, yeah.
Because he included he rapped about everybody in the room. So for me, you know, growing up, like it feels like I'm not being funny now, but like, do people like these young rappers, like the Little Babies of the world, who I fuck with, the Travis, like, do these guys really care about being known as a superior MC?
No.
So it's like the MC has gotten lost in the money, right? Now don't get me wrong.
Yes.
If you can make the money, you
Of
can
course.
make the money. But what I'm saying is like Jay-Z, as rich as he is, he still wants to know he's in your top something. And these new kids don't care about being in top. It's like we're not trying to compete we're not trying to beat Jordan. We're not trying to pop LeBron. We're just trying to make enough money to get in the league. And it's like it's so much more to it. And I feel like this is really shining the light on it to the point where we got people hitting us like, come to Houston, come to this, come here. And it's like, yeah, line of people that just got something to say. Not just want to come in just to get some money, but it's like, can you say something that moves the room? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what's your verse? What's your that? So, man, it's been really, really dope. And I got to give Obie props because he believed in it and we're here doing it. And I mean, I couldn't be like, it's like for us it's exciting, but watching them, like watching them hang out. Like they hung out. Like after it was all dope, they was hanging out. Like
they made a group
Yeah,
chat.
the whole cipher outside.
Yeah.
Where they started just spitting like we was in the 90s or something. It was crazy.
And let's be clear, everybody in this room, in order to become successful, had to find like-minded people.
Definitely.
And this is we're creating a community of MCs, and literally we got like they're gonna be able to perform the song on Sirius XM. They gave us that today, right? We're gonna do a Jiggy Jones show. He gave us that today. They can perform on I'm about to say Apartment 4B because that's a restaurant in Atlanta. But I mean, 5A, and we can, but like for us, this is about exposure. This is about exposing our culture to what we really are.
Right.
Which is humans going through human things, not everybody bragging on how big a superhero they are and how much money they got and how they better than everybody. It's like you're not feeding the kids. Like I grew up listening to Pac. I grew up listening to Big. I grew up listening to these guys who was like, my father wasn't around, so these guys was like father figures.
Right.
And as much as they gave me the money cash holes, they also gave you the game to win. And for me, us pushing lyrics to the forefront is gonna be really special for the culture. I'm really excited about it.
That's right.
I think that's been happening lately, though. I feel like the music and even like the rappers that are coming out now within the last, I would say, even like 7 months. I feel like we finally hit the wall where all this other bullshit rap is like everyone's tired of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think rap with music with substance is making a comeback. And I don't think that we ever thought it would because we were so knee deep in the bullshit. And listen, and I love the bullshit. Like,
It's great.
no, I do. I love the bullshit.
But we love candy, bro. Candy is great, but we need our vegetables.
But we do need
We
a
need our
balance.
protein.
We do need a
I
balance.
mean, it's just as simple as that. Like it's like
Right.
you need the balance of all of it.
Do you see? That's what I see. Do you see that too?
I see it. I see it coming because so I don't want to get into this, but I think that there was a direct design to kill hip hop. Like all of our artists are in jail. Like think about it. Like it's been John Moran is just hitting the shot. Pop, pop. Before that was like, hey, got you. Now they're like, nope.
Yeah, that's
It's an
crazy.
attack on culture.
It's an attack on black culture because so many young white kids are obsessed with it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And these parents are like, fuck that. We got to take them down. So, dog, think about it. Like, rappers are being taken down by the RICO like the mob was taken down by the RICO.
Right.
We were talking about that with K-Camp. K-Camp was here a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and we were talking about how the way that they're going at these Atlanta rappers is reminiscent of the hip hop police in the 90s in New York City.
But see, here's the thing: the hip hop police had to catch you because you were doing petty crimes. It was like just there's too much money flowing out. So now you're making $100 million a year. You're giving this nigga $2 million, and he's a terror on the community. And you're giving this dude this, and he's a terror, and this terror. So like the rappers have become the new mob bosses. So you know, like for me, it's
that's
like,
what they go for.
and for me, it's like, you know, as someone that's been in it, that understands it, that's an elder statesman in it. I understand that I can't preach to you about what you're doing wrong unless I'm presenting another option to do it right.
Another way,
So
yeah.
for me, it's like I want to post this and I want them to see it and be like, yo, homeboy was hard. Yo, where this kid at? Like the greatest thing. I'm sorry, pause. I'm sorry, I forgot to pause.
No, it's good. It's good.
The greatest thing that can happen to this outside of someone making $10,000, you know, and this economy is the exposure you get from it. The exposure they're gonna get from people having to listen to you to vote. Having to listen, like, yo, go listen, tell us what three y'all like the best, 1, 2, or 3. Like getting people to engage. So I'm really excited about that part. I'm excited about doing something different for our culture that's not the same old shit. And I gotta shout out Eddie and Obie, because if this is something I've been wanting to do, but now we're doing it, and now it's like bars, barbershop, who got it's just dope, man. It's just, dog, it's like we forgot who we were. We forgot who we were, bro. Like we was the motherfuckers you gave nothing to, and we came back with something. Now we acting like we need something to be somebody.
Right.
It's not on you, it's in you. And I'm just trying to, so for us, it's like, let's put,
Sorry.
that could have been a woman I was talking to, but I got you.
That part. The police.
We go through this every episode. Every episode.
Let's go. I love it. I remember being here. Let's get it. I ain't thinking enough about what I'm saying, so I'm like, let me.
No, don't mind me.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
So, like, in addition to music, barbershop is synonymous with, like, barbershop talk.
Yep.
So I want to know, well, this is more like your link. Yeah, I want to know, like, what was, like, the craziest barbershop conversation that you've had?
I got one.
You got one? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just want to say I'm from the Bronx, so we don't do this in
Damn.
the Bronx. But in Harlem, I was in a shop one time in Harlem, and they was talking about, so apparently being in Harlem, you know, it's a thing when they get burnt or whatever the case, STDs.
Oh, this
There
went
was
dark
somebody
real
that they
quick.
call. That
You said it
they
was a
don't gotta
great
go to the
conversation.
doctor.
Yeah, no, go on.
No, but listen, they don't gotta go to the doctor. The barber had a number for somebody who had the prescription for what they needed.
I'm dead.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's the craziest thing I ever seen.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen no shit like that anywhere
I
else.
mean, barbers do be the plug in the city.
No, who?
They know
Crazy.
everybody.
He was
They
like,
are
They know
network.
everybody. They know
So
They
everybody.
are network.
You
They know
burn
everybody.
it. All right, Brad, call him. He got you. You gonna bring it right now. You gotta go to the doctor.
They used to have a spot on 125th like that. They give you penicillin and all that shit.
Harlem.
But it's on 125th.
Harlem.
Well,
See
a
what I mean?
spot or a barbershop that had penicillin?
It's like a under the table doctor. He got penicillin. Whatever's wrong with you,
Whatever you need.
he gonna give it to you
Harlem.
without having a prescription.
I'm from the Bronx. I'm just saying.
I'm from the Bronx too.
But
But yeah.
that happened in Harlem. That was a real thing.
Okay.
So wait, are y'all going from barbershop to barbershop, or is
Yeah,
it
we
just?
go 3 different shops. A shop here in New York, a shop in DC, and then a shop in Atlanta.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
DMV, Atlanta, and New York.
That's crazy.
I mean, barbershops is a staple in hip hop, because even you, like, we were talking, what was it, last Friday, and he was just in the barbershop just watching podcasts. Like,
Absolutely.
No, the barbershop is where you go to feel. It's the only place you go to hang out and nobody's looking at you like, what you doing here?
I could tell my barber
Like,
anything. I've been
yeah.
going to the same barbershop for 20 years.
My barber's my best friend, so we like
Yes.
literally no matter what, like it's just a good culture, man. It's like we got to get back to that, like community, fellowship, talking to each other, supporting each other. That's the goal.
How-
How,
go ahead.
how you feel about the streaming? You feel like the streaming is messing up like the hip hop?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I'm not even the type of person that cares or focuses on anything that I can't think my way out of it.
Right.
Streaming is here to stay. It's like saying, man, what about being black? Like, what you think you can do about that? I'm like, I don't know. I gotta stick with it, you know. Like, so streaming to me is like complaining about streaming is like complaining about being black to me. It's like it's here. It ain't going nowhere. It's the game. So, like I said, I'm not a complainer. That's not who my natural state is. My natural state is to fix. So, like, I can't even focus on something that so above. It's like, dog, what's the option? The option is either you stream or you don't, and streaming is where everybody is at.
Right.
It's kind of like complaining about the algorithm.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing to fix it. You got to go with it. You gotta figure
Right.
it out and figure out what works for you and just keep going.
Yep.
Right.
Same here.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like a lot of good artists get overlooked because of the streaming shit. But that's a good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's like so now the answer to that. So if you look at it from the artist standpoint, my thought process is that you have to turn yourself into a 360 model, right? So it's like the best way to describe it is like here's this picture of
A Boogie.
A Boogie, right? Like that's a picture. I could see it. It's him and everything, but it's like taking him out the picture and putting him on the table. Now, what kind of shoes does he have on? What kind of clothes does he have on? What kind of hat does he wear? How can I how can I turn him into a 360 model that I can sell things to everybody? So if you're trying to get millions of streams and you're very niche, you should be focused on getting activating 1,000 to 2,000 people to be your audience and make money like that. So it's like y'all gonna stream my music, but you gonna buy a piece of merch too. You gonna buy this. You gonna buy a ticket too. So the object is trying to figure out how to get people in your audience or whoever likes you to turn into a super fan and spend at least $100 a year. Because if you can get 1,000 people to spend $100 on you a year, that's $100,000 you made a year. If you can get 2,000 people to spend $100 a year on you, that's $200,000. So the object to me is how can you get one person to give you $100 rather than trying to get one person to stream your song 100 times?
That's an interesting way to look at it.
That was a hell of a way to look at it.
But that's how.
If I'm looking at it through the eyes of the artist, though, if I'm looking at it through the eyes of the game, it's like, hey, that's the game. But through the artist,
you have to wait. You have to build those alternative streams of income because you don't get the money from streaming. So you really have to build that brand with that community, and then they'll carry you beyond.
Yep, exactly. Same here.
Is there anyone that you see becoming a superstar? I feel like even a few years ago, it was easier. And listen, and this is me coming from, and this is me coming from my expertise, right?
Yeah.
Like it was my job every year to forecast who was gonna be the next, like, rapper, superstar, not just a superstar.
Okay.
I kind of feel like lately it's been harder to be able to be like, that person's gonna be a star.
You know why?
Why?
Because the money is coming in too fast. So I was interviewing Bryce Wilson from Groove Theory. Right? Everybody know the record, Tell Me What You... So I asked him, I said, what was the biggest year y'all did? He said, I think it was 2 million total for us. Think about that. If they were making a hit in 2025, they'll be making 2 million a month. Right. Because of the money be flowing. So now, what's next? It's like if I met you on the first date, we got married. What the fuck am I doing on the second date?
Right.
What am I doing on the third day? Like, we got married already. So I think a lot of the problems, and that was kind of what frustrated me as being an executive, is that I'm giving these kids more money than me. And now I'm expecting them to listen to me. They looking at me like, nigga, I did my own way. You just gave me a check. Why am I listening to you? So I think the biggest problem is that, listen, man, if you give someone something, if you spoil your kids without giving them a lesson, you just made some terrible people. Humans is gonna make the world bad. I'm not saying don't give your kids everything they want, but every time you give them something, there needs to be a lesson. And what's happening in music right now is you just made a song. You made a song dissing your ops. It goes crazy over the last 7 days. So crazy that labels is calling now. Now they want to give you $1.5 million. You was just broke. Now you got $1.5 million. What you gonna do when you get that $1.5 million?
Feed it to the block.
You gonna go right back to the hood.
Right.
Buy some more guns.
So guess what? Exactly. Look, right back to the hood. So now, that's what's really happening. There's too much money flowing. It's too much people being rewarded without the work of being a superstar. That's why we don't have any more superstars. I think stars can be made. A label can make a star. A label can't make a superstar. So I get like Chingy was a star.
Yeah.
He wasn't a superstar. A superstar is about you. A star is about the machine. The machine can make, if you a good looking dude and they put you on TV, they gonna see you good looking. It's like they gotta tell you he's handsome, they're gonna see that. So to me it's like a star is what to me the bar for now. Superstar.
You don't see
When
one
the last time we had one of those? A superstar is built
in hip hop?
A superstar is built behind Travis is probably the most recent superstar in hip hop.
And you see what happened.
What's her name? Sexy Red is a star. Glorilla, star.
Doechii?
Star.
They're trying to turn that into
Superstar is household name. Drake is a superstar. I'm gonna say Kendrick just probably really became a superstar from the Drake beef. He was just a really talented star. Superstar is when it doesn't matter.
Nicki might be a superstar.
Absolutely, Nicki's a superstar.
Yeah.
But Nicki
Travis Scott
That's
came
the
after.
came out
that's
way
the whole
before
thing.
Travis.
You're talking about
Yeah.
new.
I said, who?
That's not the new
like,
wave.
who's the biggest, the newest superstar is probably Kendrick and SZA. Superstar?
Super?
Hell yeah.
SZA's
Yeah,
a superstar.
for sure.
I think she can get a little more credit. A little more.
That's what they say. That's
No.
little more?
But here's what I'm saying though: the credit comes from the audience.
Right.
The credit. Most people think the credit comes from demanding it. Give me my credit. No, the credit comes from the audience. Once you go to selling out stadiums, like as big as Drake is, he's never sold out a stadium.
Right.
Wait, but you said
No?
Kendrick
No,
is the
never.
superstar?
Never.
Kendrick, I think, just became a superstar. To me, here's how I say it. To me, a superstar.
I don't like that though, because he became a superstar off of hate.
No. He became a superstar of talent.
It
became
was based off of hate.
No, it was based off talent. If
His talent was showcased because of hate.
Drake helped.
no,
It helped.
it was showcased. No,
Come on.
no. Hear me out.
But I do hear you saying.
Hear me out. What I'm
I hear
saying.
you
Okay, listen. If he did a diss song against Oprah, it doesn't work. If he did a diss song against Beyonce, it doesn't work. He did a diss song against people that a person that obviously people wanted someone to take down.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the talent that made him there. He attacked the right person.
No,
you know
listen,
Pastor Troy
he's
is?
talented.
You know-
Yes.
Okay, so how did Pastor Troy get on? He dissed Master P. Ain't no playing GA. Right? You can only run that trick once, you know? Like Kendrick turned it into a fucking 2-year run.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what made him become a superstar. He was always rap elite. He was always star elite.
He was.
Superstar
Yeah,
is when
culture, yeah.
you don't become a giant unless you kill one.
How did 50 Cent become a superstar?
He killed a
Ja Rule.
giant. He killed Ja Rule.
He did.
And Irv Gotti.
He
And
did.
everybody
Kept
was Murray.
going.
And
Yeah.
never
That's a
looked back.
valid point. You're the first person to make that point. No one has made that point.
Is Cole a superstar yet?
I think Cole is a superstar. But I think he's a superstar because of his audience, not because of him.
That's
His
a fact.
audience.
Die Hard. Cole Hive is crazy.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's
I
not
think that's
him though.
correct.
It's not because
He's not out there
he's
like
not.
that.
He's
but
not.
his
He's not.
audience
He
is
doesn't
next
even work hard enough to be called a superstar.
Yeah.
But his
I think he
audience,
works hard at not working hard.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's what drives his audience.
Yes.
His
And
audience
that's what makes
talks
them
about him
come-
so
yes.
much that we make him a superstar. Like,
You know why?
We give him that whole.
Like
flag.
literally, Drake went on tour with J. Cole just to do the B markets, the Birmingham, Alabamas, the Baton Rouge, the markets that Drake wouldn't hit because it's just not enough for him.
Durham.
So yeah, Durham. Like
But
so.
you became a J. Cole fan because of his mixtapes during that time. Like, there's very few people who became a J. Cole fan in the last 5 years.
But a
Same
fan
here,
is
stuff.
different. Having fans does not make you a superstar. I think that I have fans. I think we all have fans. Like there's people that run up and like, y'all my
I
fan.
like to think so. No, I'm just joking.
No, for real. But that doesn't mean that we are a superstar. Superstar is when you've reached that. To me, a superstar is someone that doesn't go back.
A superstar is like no matter where you go, you're recognized.
Like
in my
that's
opinion.
no disrespect to Chingy, but that's why I referenced him because he was hot at one point where he probably could have sold out an arena.
Nelly, superstar.
Nelly is a superstar.
But you
different.
See, but here's the thing, though. To me, from a brand perspective, because you talking
Yeah.
the music exact from
Yeah.
a brand perspective, I look at it as who can move products outside of music.
Well, here's the thing.
Nelly can move. He
I'ma challenge
started
you
a
though.
whole wave.
Beyonce can't sell products to save her life,
Drake can't either.
but Rihanna can.
How many people wearing?
Beyonce literally tried to sell us how many different clothing lines, and then now she's just a model for Levi's and is helping for Levi's. I don't think they're gonna buy. I think a superstar is more about the story. The superstar is the story. Like
Rihanna.
Rihanna's a superstar,
Absolutely.
but she's
Who
also,
also moves products.
but that's what makes her a
Anything
superstar.
attached to her.
So is the
gonna
Kylie and them with the
Yeah,
lipstick.
Kardashians
Yeah,
also
superstar,
are.
Completely
Superstars.
Okay.
Off of a
Listen,
sex tape,
listen. They superstars.
Right.
You know
For sure,
what?
for
She
sure, for
built
sure.
them, yeah,
They-
she
but
built
listen,
them.
they're superstars in their field.
Right.
And that's what makes it work. But I'm just saying, like, it's like me right now, right? Like, obviously, you know, we was filming, but like, I just had a problem. Like, I just got sick and had to throw up. And a star would have said, "I got enough money in the bank. Chastity, all the work has been done. Can I go home now?"
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A superstar's like, "Bitch, I'm straight. Get on the camera. Let's go." It's not about money. It's about you. It's about you making sure the world know I'm here and I ain't never going nowhere. It's a different. I've been in a room with them. When you in a room with them, 2 Chainz is a superstar. 2 Chainz was unhappy when he was signed to DTP. Every time he come around, he was pissed. You know why he was pissed? Because he felt like they ain't see him. Now you see 2 Chainz every day, he's smiling. Why? Because they see him. Superstars are not happy
He ain't titty boy no more.
until
not-
they
he not
acknowledge
titty
that
boy.
as a great for what they doing.
It's funny you say that because I feel like the only person I've been around that's a superstar is Cardi B.
Cardi B,
she's a superstar.
Superstar.
From day one, she put in the work. Her work ethic spoke for itself. Like, I'm talking about every day, this is what she was destined to do.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what we had lined up, doesn't matter what the schedule looked like, she was there, she's gonna show up, and she's gonna be her, she's gonna kill it every time.
And let me tell you something, a superstar does that
Yeah.
no matter how much money is in the bank.
That is true.
A star will say, I got a couple million in the bank, I could chill.
Yeah.
A superstar, I don't give a fuck about that money. Nigga, I want to show these, like, that's how superstars are. It's a different, Kanye West
Yes.
is a fucking superstar. They don't give me an award, I'm cursing everybody out. Like, that's, like, I want you guys to see me.
And he can sell some shit.
Yeah.
Mr. West. You know.
Did that
Prayers
nigga,
out.
Did that nigga say he was giving? Oh,
Nah,
Yes.
yeah. Nah,
I mean, go
that was
ahead.
crazy.
Yeah,
What?
he
That was
did.
wild.
that's real.
Yeah.
Yes.
That, I've been knowing about that. Like, I've heard
Really?
that. Oh, yeah, that.
He might lose on this one.
Nah.
Giving
Nah.
head to his cousin till he was
listen.
14 is nuts.
No, I mean, it explains his behavior.
So what if I told y'all this? There were people in closed doors who knew that, who was weaponizing that against them. That's how I found out.
That's
Because somebody was like, yo,
disgusting.
you know, such and such and such and such. Yeah, he's really holding this little secret over Ye head against him because he did this. And I was like, what?
That's why he always said that he didn't have nobody in his corner you could trust.
Because everybody was using him. But Kanye to me is the person, what makes Kanye a superstar is his transparency.
Oh, I don't like it.
You don't like Kanye?
No, I love Kanye.
Oh, what's that?
I don't like this.
Oh, let's talk about something else.
No,
Yo.
we can talk about it. I'm just saying. It's-
It's the 8 Mile thing.
Jim,
It's like,
shut up.
all right,
No,
yeah. It's just,
But here's what I'm saying though. Okay, so I'll say this to you. As much as we have to, as my opinion, as men, especially black men, we have to stop being so quick to judge because we weren't in the scenario. Because as much as we could say, think about what you're saying right now, just for a second.
Right.
Like, yo, oh boy, bugging, he went too far.
He was a
Now
kid.
imagine if there's a kid in that scenario right now. Now he's like, I'm not telling nobody.
Exactly.
I feel like he tricked us though. Like he like.
That
why,
might have been true.
Like why bring it out now? You should have been said it. Like I'm.
Well,
Oh yeah, he's using it to manipulate us, not just
Like I'm a fan, but now you telling me something about you that I maybe not have been a fan of.
Or is he doing that because
That's
now
it.
a lot of people are against him?
And now he's
And
like,
he's
instead of
trying
y'all,
to simply
and now, because
be-
imagine, it could be people, because the person who I knew was shaking him down, he is a Jewish man. Because there could have been people who was holding him down, and he could have been like, I'm like, hey, you don't want that secret out. So
Right.
now,
It's the 8 Mile shit.
yeah, it's the 8 Mile shit. Like,
So
I'm gonna
I'm
tell him
say it
myself.
about myself.
So as much,
Right.
as he might be ashamed of it, and he might not like it, our truth is our truth. And a lot of the times we shame our truth. Meanwhile, other people are living it and they feel alone in it. And the
Right.
reality is, that's why I like this contest, because it's like, no, nigga, tell us the truth.
Give us your story.
Tell
Take
us
on
what
that
you
journey.
really going through. Like, I didn't become confident in myself until I was broke. Let me tell you why. Because I was broke 2003, 2004. I'll never forget. I was homeless that whole time. And I remember, you know, young man, I'm 21, 22, I'm trying to get bras. I ain't gonna tell you I'm broke. I'm gonna make
Right.
it seem like I got a dream.
Right.
Right? Because I do, by the way. But I led with my highs, right? And then one day I was just like, man, I'm tired of this shit. So I just told you, I'm broke. I can't do nothing for you. And they loved me. And they started liking me more, right?
I do that
and it was
shit.
He's
like,
so
I do
real.
honesty.
I do that shit. I do that shit every day.
He's so real.
Bruh. And that's what I'm trying to tell. Like, just be yourself. The world is looking for true. In the world of millions of people and the algorithm pushing us, we're looking for people that we personally can connect with, that I can say, this person is a person I'm gonna follow. And that whatever that person puts in the world, I want to hear it because they're feeding me something that I need for me. That's kind of how I built my whole career. Like, I'm gonna get on camera and talk, and if I give you value, then in return you follow whatever it is. But it's all about just, you know, doing it the right way and giving. That's what I'm about, man. Like, it's like I'm so proud of this because of what we saw it to be. Going into it is a dope concept.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
once
I
you
do.
get there and it was like 4 people, I was like, bro.
Right.
Like, literally, since we've been here, Chassie has literally said, man, I hope nobody in New York or DC, Atlanta is better than those 2 kids, because they, and I'm like, well, they're like, what if it's somebody better? She's like, I just want them to win. I just need them to be, and that's only because they came in the room and told the truth. They didn't come in the room and try to flex on what they was. They told us the truth. And to me, the truth will set you free. And I'm big on pushing it to people.
Absolutely.
Tell the truth. If you sucked your cousin dick till you was fucking 14, nigga, and that's what you went through, then tell the world that. Because if that's what you went through, so that's what I'm saying. Like the immaturity. No, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna say it.
It was a deep moment, so I let it go.
But the immaturity.
Very good, Jim. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, he was going somewhere.
Yeah.
But my thing is this: is that it's cool for us, like we grown ass men, Eddie, Paul. But if there's a kid, 10 years old, being molested, who's like, I want to tell somebody, and then here comes one of the most famous black men in the world saying it happened to me, and everybody's like, no, nigga, what the fuck? Pause. It's like that kid is gonna feel like I might as well just be that.
You think he waited till he got the amount of money and the success he got to say that?
Well,
you think he would have still said it if he was?
I actually heard it already.
Okay.
So I heard this about 4 or 5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
But he ain't admit it.
No, I didn't hear it from him.
Okay.
I heard it. I'm in the industry. You know, you
Right.
hear from circles. And bottom line is that we gotta listen, man. Like it's hard for me too. Like my son's 16. My son came in the room one day and he was like, "Yeah, you know, some hoe." And I was like, "Hold on, don't talk like that." He was like, "What that?" I'm like, "Hey, don't fucking talk like that. Don't talk like that, or don't call a woman a hoe. That's somebody's daughter." Shit that, you know, and it's like, I'm not saying don't fuck them. I'm not saying don't have fun with them. I'm just saying
Balance.
you don't. No, I'm saying you don't have to. You don't have to step on her to make you feel good about you.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to hurt anybody or laugh at anybody's pain and feel good about mine. Like I want, like, and especially like, and in our world, and the black people, our biggest problem is we don't talk to each other. And not only don't we talk to each other, we don't want no one to talk. Shut up, nigga. Hey, yo, it's black people. Shut up. It's like, dog, when do we get somewhere?
But then we complain about not being
That's
heard.
we complain about not having generational wealth. We complain about having no power. We complain about all these things. But all we got to do is be kind to each other, and we'll have it all. Think about that. If every black person in America was like, yo, Booksy or the cut, nigga, fuck Booksy. Everybody on the Jewish side would say fuck Booksy and go with the cut because it's owned by someone there. If we started thinking like that, how can we support each other? How can we be kinder to each other? How can we be better to each other? Man, black people will own this world. The problem is that we hate ourselves, we hate each other, and we hate anybody trying.
We're trying.
And it's like, dog, stop that shit. So I was like, Kanye's trying right now. Hey, look, this what happened to me. There it is. Now, when he called Jay-Z and Beyonce kiss him, now that's like unforgivable.
That was OD.
That was good. I agree. But
That was
so
OD.
I want to speak on that.
Yeah.
But I want to also say that just because he did something wrong doesn't mean that injustices didn't happen to him.
Right.
And to
Correct.
me, it's like I just want to be kinder to my people, and especially I think it'll trickle down. Like I feel like I'm still in high school. And I hated high school.
It feels
loved
like
it, but I
that.
feel
It
like
does
it's
feel
like
like
it's like
that.
you're waiting for something to happen so somebody can catch it on camera so they can say, "Look at who the." It's
Yeah.
like it feels like high school, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to usher in being an adult at every moment I can. So even I might trip and laugh, and I'm like, "Yo, listen, not that," because it's like there's a 10-year-old kid that might hear it and be like, "I'm not telling nobody that I'm being molested now, so y'all can call and pause me to death or no homo me to death." Like I'm trying to get out of this situation.
And odds are there
Yeah.
are definitely kids right now that are going
Odds
through
are,
it.
we know
I
that.
mean, we know that.
Sure.
We know that.
So we got to start focusing on the people who's going through it, not our disdain for the person that went through it.
But I'm gonna combat that only because also your children have to see you go online and say this, right? Like again, listen, I'm all for the truth. I think that ever since Cat Williams put the
He put a battery.
you know what I'm saying? Put the battery in the back. He put the
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Generator,
It's been
everything.
happening, and I love this. I'm all about the truth.
Yeah.
But I think there's also a way to deliver it where
Well,
you don't damage other
I agree.
people. Your little
That's a
girl. Your little girl.
So you mean like because the first thing I'm thinking is
These kids are gonna be like,
Then you
oh,
got- then you gotta-
your dad was sucking dick till 4.
Yeah.
Kids are cruel.
Yeah.
Kids are
That's the
cruel.
worst part
guess
about
what?
And you
this
can't
kid,
control
man.
that.
That's what I would say. That I'll tell my kid to say to them. And my dad has accomplished more than your dad and every dad in this class ever will.
Well, that might
Correct,
not be,
but-
that might not be the case
No.
as
that
his
school,
kids
at
know.
that school?
Guys, this is the case. for his
It's
kids
okay,
too.
even
Let me
let-
tell you something. Because even if you got, let me tell you
for
why.
most.
Even if you got
Yeah.
100 million, because you owned 100 niggas and you're a white boy. If you got 100
different.
million,
It's
you
different.
ain't do shit.
He got it out the mud.
You ain't
He
do
got it out
shit,
the mud.
nigga. You just have some
Self-made,
information.
100%.
I'm talking about a nigga that actually, like
From the
my
mud,
dad. I can sing 1,000 songs that my dad has made. What can we sing that your dad has made?
Right.
What can we do that your dad has made?
But not
Leave my dad alone.
everyone will see it that way initially. And those kids are the ones that have to go through it when they're in school.
I'm not saying that's not wrong. but what
Unfortunately.
I'm telling you is okay. I'm gonna tell a story.
I do think that he should have told the truth, though. I'm not
I managed
against it.
2 brothers from the Virgin Islands, Rock City, right? They're famous because their dad told them when they was 12. Let me pull them to the side at 12-year-old kids and say, I smoke crack. I'm a crackhead. I want y'all to know it from me first. I don't want y'all to hear from the streets that I'm a crackhead. I'm a crackhead, okay? So if anybody used that, y'all know it was me. And guess what? That shit turned, that emotional vulnerability turned Teron and Timothy into a beast because they can express themselves. The problem that we have in our community is expression. That's why when we ask people to do a freestyle, what they do, Obie, I got money, cars, bitches, clothes. And I'm like, nigga, you just stepped out of a cab.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. They're saying what they think people want to hear.
And everybody's running from the truth because they don't want to be made fun of.
Correct.
That's why Eminem 8 Mile is a great reference because, yeah, he fucked my girl. Yeah, he did this. And it's like, once you stand on it, you have no more power.
Right.
So as much as we can make fun of Kanye, the one thing we don't like to do in society is address the bad shit.
Correct.
And to me, it's like, if something bad happened to you, by the way, the same thing that happened to him happened to his kids at that same age. So are we really protecting them or are we not? Because you should say it out loud. Because most kids that it happens to it don't know it's wrong or don't feel like they should. So that's why I'm like,
I agree.
Let's give it a break. Like, dog, our community, that's the biggest thing. I'm from the Bronx, right? I don't claim it often, but I'm from Patterson Projects. I remember being in the projects and niggas laughing at each other because you don't have a video game that I have.
Right.
Or you eat free lunch. Remember free lunch in the Bronx, nigga?
Yeah.
You damn near sneaking out like.
Matter of fact, I'll give you one better. If you went during the summer,
free, that's the worst.
Yeah, now
what?
You are poor.
That meant you ain't had no food in your house.
What?
That exposed that when you left school, half of the stuff that you was doing in school was getting you, feeding you. You know, so it's like, that's another thing.
Yes.
But my point is I hated that, being in the projects, being around people who were making fun of people. Nigga, we all broke.
Yeah, we
all poor.
Right, we in this together.
We all struggling. Why? But it's
100%.
like, as long as I look better than you, I'm good
Right.
about myself. And that's the shit we gotta stop.
We in the same environment, going through the same shit, but I don't have Jordans and you do, and now you're better than me.
Yeah, nigga, that shit, nigga, my life was my childhood. My mother I never went to a prom. I didn't graduate. My mother was like, I'm not giving you money for that shit. I ain't got it. So of course niggas laughed.
Yeah.
Of course, nigga, I remember being in 7th grade, nigga, I'll never forget Terry fucking Carswell. I said that nigga name. He's my best friend. And this nigga played me in Miss Neesmith's class.
Oh, shit.
I just moved to Georgia. My uncle's in jail. We don't have no money. And this nigga's both, Ray the best dressed in class. Ray's the best dressed. I got more clothes and money than that nigga now.
Fuck Terry. Now I'm
Shout out
joking.
to Terry Carswell.
No, I'm just joking.
That's still my friend. But what I'm saying to y'all is that we be forgetting about like with that famous statement, the axe forgets, the tree remembers.
I've never heard that.
I never
Really?
heard that either.
The axe,
That was fire.
if you cut down 1,000,000 trees with one axe, the axe forgot. It's like we the axe as men. We fucking women. I fucked you, my bad. But the tree remembers.
Right.
And what I'm telling you is that right now, like, and that's why I'm so vocal about it, because I can't sit back and be idle knowing there's kids suffering and we as adults feel like, it ain't me, so I don't care. It ain't my kids. Hey, man, that kid might kill yours in 10 years.
Right.
Because of the pain he going through. So for me, I'm all about like doing good to the world, giving people grace, especially my people, because oh man, we done been through so much shit in this fucking country, man. How the fuck we laughing at each other? I'd never laugh at a nigga suffering or falling.
No, absolutely not.
Couldn't imagine that.
Whether we cool or not, I will never laugh at the next person's downfall, ever.
Well, when's enough grace? Well, what could somebody do to you to make you not want to turn the other cheek?
Okay, so
Pause.
what's somebody that I want to turn? I don't even want to say it now because it's a pause. I don't even want to say it now. It's a pause.
Now we gotta know.
I do think there is amount of grace, but I think it is in twice. I think it's, if fool me once, it's on you. Fool me twice, it's on me. And the reason I don't feel bad for Ye for everything he's going through is because there has been not one black man that has entered one of those sisters that got into a real relationship that came out better than when they came in. Not one. Lamar Odom was an all-star, NBA champion, and now he went to a crackhead.
Nah, but he was a crackhead before Chloe.
Hey.
No disrespect.
His family was crackheads. He might not have been.
Right.
How do you know?
Cause let me tell you why.
He might have.
Let me tell you why.
Bianca,
He could still been on crack.
Let me say something. We don't act like who we interact with matters.
It does.
We like if a nigga is if me and you broke, fucked up, we got one gun between us. Nigga, let's go rob somebody. Okay, let's go. Man, let me talk to my pastor first, see what he thinks. Nigga, what you think my pastor gonna say? Be safe. Pastor gonna say, no, there's other ways to get your money.
Yes.
That's what we need. Y'all
Yes.
want to sell dope. If you can sell dope, you can sell liquor. If you can sell dope, you can sell a hat.
Right.
It's like we teaching us, like, dog, in high school, the one thing I was known for was talking. Now I get paid to talk. But what they tell you in high school to do?
Shut up.
Shut up. So they training me to go be a slave. Nah, I'm gonna free myself. So for me, I'm all about like freeing the minds of our people saying, yo, fuck the environment you in. You surrounded by a whole bunch of losers anyway. It's not just being honest. You surrounded by a whole bunch of losers anyway. Because the motherfucker that's trying is not gonna make fun of you. Motherfucker that's trying is not gonna do any of that thing because they trying. Nigga, I'm trying. Nigga, every podcast I go to, I'm looking at the setup and shit. I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, that's what it's about. It's about trying to figure out what But that's what it's about. It's about trying to figure out where your space is. And then to me, in the midst of the noise, in the midst of the Jordans, in the midst of feeling like I need this, I want to be the one successful voice saying, you don't need none of that shit.
Right.
That's bullshit. Like, who said it? Kanye. Kanye was one of the first people that gave me confidence about where I was in life. When he said, it seems we live in the American dream, but the people high, like I was a low person.
The lowest self-esteem.
I was a low person. So for me, hearing somebody up there saying, yo, the people, they got the lowest self-esteem.
Yeah, that was hard.
That shit made me feel kind of good about myself.
talking to
Like,
people.
yes.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, I gotta give him grace because he gave me something. And if you gave me something,
That's real.
I'll never turn on you.
That's
Like,
right.
dog, I'll never turn on you if you help me at one point or you. Now, mind you, I might not fuck with you. I might not like you, but I won't turn. I won't speak against you. I won't talk.
But that doesn't mean I don't agree with everything you've done, or
Yeah.
I agree with everything you've done. I'm supporting.
Yeah, same here.
It's a line because I think people confuse loyalty with that. Like,
Yeah.
loyalty is me knowing that you did this for me and you have a place in my heart, but it don't mean I agree with every decision that you make.
That's right.
From now on.
And my problem
Yeah.
is it's okay to not agree. It's 10, but 9-10 people in here. There's nothing in the world that we're all going to be lined up 100% with. That's just the way the world
Right.
works. So it's not about agreeing. It's about not disrespecting each other when you don't agree.
We were having that conversation.
So it's like if Obie says something I
Yeah.
don't like, I'm like, I don't believe that, right? I could be easy. I don't like that. I don't agree with that. But if Obie says something like, show them fucking ugly boots on, nigga. Of course, you know what the fuck do you know, DC, nigga? Now I just attacked you, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
so for
personal.
me, that's my problem. When I'm
That's what
saying,
people
like,
do a lot.
say you don't like, it's like the game in Ye. Friends.
Right.
Friends, love each other. Soon as Ye say I'm let down by the game, hick of the game, pussy ass nigga. You can't talk like that about me and think we friends tomorrow.
Absolutely not.
Nigga, you call me a
Absolutely not.
pussy.
Cross the line of respect.
That's my
Right.
point.
So
So it's
you
like,
gotta agree with what I said about you, but it's a way you
Or-
go
If
about
I,
it.
if I didn't
or-
respect you, don't just outlandishly
or
respect
call
me.
me.
Call me, right?
But nigga, to
But don't
go
write a
online and
tweet
say, yo,
saying you
piss
could've
pussy
called
ass
me.
nigga,
Right.
fuck you. It's like, dog, what are we doing to each other?
I ain't taking no disrespect.
We're acting like the kids that we're raising.
Right.
And then wondering why they not acting like fucking kids.
The internet.
Not adults. That's what we doing. I'm sorry.
The one black guy that did win, the one that's fucking the mother, he won.
Corey.
I like him.
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
He won.
Fucking
He's
the mother?
the one that's the mother.
I went to middle school. I went to middle school with him.
Chris.
Oh.
Corey Gamble.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, but
You so
He won.
He won because he's still there.
Right.
Oh,
We
the
said
Kardashian
no
one, Chris,
one
that
leaves.
Yeah.
On top. He probably
I'm
smart one to
dead, so
understand.
the
Like,
second
I'm
he
not
leaves,
going
it's all
nowhere.
downhill.
Yeah. He gotta stay. He gotta stay. All right, my bad, Corey.
He got to stay.
I need to find out
My
what they
mom really don't want
did.
to jinx that.
to
Yeah,
get
stay,
that.
stay there, beloved.
He got a 360. It's crazy.
Yeah, hey.
Well, hold on. Where do I sign up?
Do what you gotta do.
Oh, Kardashian?
So when you leave me, you're worse.
You gonna Rob?
Huh?
You gonna take Rob?
No.
Unless you don't.
No. No. Whatever potion they have, I'd rather just go that
That's
route.
my point. Yeah, you knew what it was. You knew. You actually bragged on it. My girl is famous from a sex tape. You had kids with her, my nigga. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not acting like there ain't no leak shit about me out online. But I'd be damned if I'm pushing it and selling it. Like, come see my dick. Everybody, it's out there. Like,
Well, you kind of just did that. I'm just fucking
no.
with you.
I'm saying, no. What I'm saying is that they saw opportunity. Like, I put like this: if that was my daughter, we killing this tape.
Yeah,
today.
of course.
But
her
the
mother,
knew what
like,
the mother knew what it
promoted
was because
Yeah.
the apple don't fall too far for the tree.
Nobody talks about that though.
What?
That was a hell of a tape,
Yeah,
though.
she-
Nobody
Crazy.
talks about that.
I get to see it.
For that to even come out, somebody signed off on that. Nobody ever talks about that.
Well, I don't think someone signed off on
No, it's
it.
the truth. That's the truth.
Ray
I think for
Ray
it to
J's a
continue
legend.
Come
live.
out or to continue to get pushed?
No. For you to make money off of it.
Correct.
You had to sign off on it.
You don't think it was? You don't think it was like Mimi shower curtain vibes? Like didn't
They signed
know,
off on that.
and then all of a sudden.
No, they signed off on that. That was a production.
Mimi and them was like the project.
That was a
No.
production.
I try to see the good in people.
Kids
Listen,
are watching.
I'm just trying to get us to a place where
Kids.
and we live in a world now where I'm telling y'all now, there are little girls in high school. By the way, I'm not worried about nobody in this room. Everybody in this motherfucker grown. We all smart enough how to survive. I'm worried about the kids who are fucked up. But I guarantee you there's little girls in high school right now that's like, man, I can't wait till I turn 18 to get me an OnlyFans. Guarantee you.
18,
And
that's,
they
that's
don't know
late.
how much they make on OnlyFans.
They might
I
already-
hate
That's the
shit.
problem.
I hate that.
Because it's a lot of money too fast and too quick.
But bro,
And it's easy to
but
ignore.
it's the wrong.
And escorting too.
It's the wrong, huh? Oh, you just want to-
No, since we get into the nitty gritty. No.
You made enough
Oh,
sense.
now I said too much.
She said,
No, I love it.
Now I said too much.
I said that part.
Because let's slide into escorting.
I don't know no escort.
No, well,
I know a lot of
I
OnlyFans
don't
girls.
think I know them, but I have heard
I don't know
that's
their
a lot
stories.
going on
But
too.
we
No,
have-
I don't know
their
this story
story.
either. I'm just saying that we have this going on, and to your point, right? We have the escorting, the OnlyFans, all this, and you see these girls, right? They don't necessarily say that's what they're doing,
But we know
you see
everything.
them on social media popping up, you know, with the lifestyle
I'll take your
in
word for it.
Dubai.
I
But
just came back from Dubai.
not saying that's what you did.
No, I didn't.
But people talk all the time
I heard-
about-
You know what I heard? I heard this. What I heard. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. Speaking
What
of
you
escorts,
heard?
I did hear this stuff.
Oh,
I
tell
heard
me.
that the men in Dubai, because I went to Dubai. They don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dubai is what the world would be like if God was in charge.
Okay.
Oh no, nigga, that's why there's no crime, no nothing. It's no.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave a bag with 10 million on the floor in the middle of the mall. That shit'll be there when you come
Mm.
back. Because it's a smart city, so they can find anybody in 12
But
minutes.
also, it's like a culture in the city. Like
They
know
God
if anybody
first.
does anything wrong, like it's like a community shit. Like you all, like
God first,
They tapped in.
but
Back to the escorts.
But they told me that the men, the rich men in Dubai, they love their wives, so they don't disrespect them. So they fly the escorts from America, and that's when they shit on them over there.
Disrespect them.
And they like actually shit on them and disrespect them. That's what them girls is going over there, get 100,000, get shitted on.
Let me tell you something.
Send
Ain't
Dubai.
no
What's wrong with
diarrhea
escorts?
in the world.
Something wrong with escorts?
I'm just the problem is listen, Jim. It's
Wait,
not
what do you
about having problem with escorts. It's about that a lot of women flaunt these lifestyles for the younger generation to see.
Mm-hmm.
And these girls aspire to be that, but they don't know what it took to get that.
What they do, they just don't care.
These women are doing something strange for a piece of change.
Shout
and are
out to them.
flaunting it
Shout out
as
to
if
them.
like it was just easy. Like
So I'll be honest with you.
Shout
I
out
don't-
to them,
I
man.
don't really judge women that do that because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna ask you a question, Jim. Are you single or married? Let's say if you were single. Let's act like you're single. If you were single and there were like 10 women out here who was looking to pay you $1,000 a night to come please them,
I'm going.
nigga, I'm gonna take the money home to my lady.
I'm doing it if I ain't
no,
single.
but Ray,
I'm taking money off my lady.
but to your point, you're out here talking about how these young
exactly.
girls are reaching a certain age, and the aspiration is to do an OnlyFans.
Bianca.
It's and listen, I'm not judging women who do what you do, but don't come out here acting like you busted your ass to get this
Oh, I
because
see
you
what you
didn't.
mean.
Bianca, I want to say this.
Because you didn't.
I just
And
said
there
I-
are women
I just said that I asked Jim this
that are bust
They
their
did
ass
bust their
every
ass.
day.
Right.
They did bust their ass.
But yo, look, bro.
Pause.
I'd rather pay and get it out the way than be messing with a broad all this time and you spending the money anyway and you
that.
don't want to fuck with her.
No,
anyway.
I get that.
Let's get this shit out the
I
way
get that.
first
I
night.
say this, Bianca.
No, I'm just saying because you from the Bronx.
I asked Jim.
And we both got a girl.
I say this. I asked Jim the question.
I'm so weak.
I asked Jim the question because I'm assuming that if he's a man like me, that what you're paying me, I was willing to do anyway. So you got like I'm saying, do something. You got like I'm saying, do something that goes against my morals. That's different.
Right.
But it's different for men and women anyway.
$1,000 to do it every time. I
Now
know
we
you
have
got
a
to
friend.
But let's
Conversation
recognize it's
versus-
different for men and women. Let's recognize that because every time we talk
Wait,
about
wait.
no, let me tell you.
It
Let
is.
me finish. Yeah,
the most part.
yeah.
There's
Because
some.
this is
There's
king
some.
double
There's
standard over
I'm gonna
here.
let you go, but I got
Let me finish
Everybody's
because
king double standard. I promise you.
exactly. So all of y'all are double standards. So don't come over here and say, well, it's the
That's
same.
a
No, it's
fact.
not.
Hold
Because
on.
what it's okay for a man to do is not okay for a woman to
It's
do.
not.
a-
It's not.
As per society. So let's not
Our
act.
society, correct.
Okay.
And
but
a lot of y'all.
If you were to speak to some of those escorts, you know what they say? Well, at least I'm getting paid for it because there's girls who do it don't even get
Free.
paid for it.
Right.
So that's a whole argument that they have it in the communities.
Yeah, I get it.
You hate
That's why I
double
stay
standard.
home.
You don't believe?
That's what they have, and that's the argument.
I'm not
I
a
get paid for it.
I'm not a
she
fan of
don't.
I'm not a fan of double standards. I'm
Listen.
not a fan of the double standards, but I get it.
Bianca, if you raise your son, you're gonna tell him different things than you tell your daughter.
That's a
100%.
fact. That's 100%
So
fact.
instead of us
100%.
focusing on the double standard,
Even my brother and sister, like there's certain things
let's
he does
accept
that.
they
exist.
That is listen. Let me tell you something.
But that's why I'm
Hear me
saying
out, hear me
that
out.
situation is different.
Listen, I got a dog. He's mean.
Oh, what kind of
Watch
dog
this.
is he?
I got a dog. Now I'm making it up. Speaking hypothetically, I got a dog. He's mean as fuck. He barks at people. He might bite you. And you're like, okay, what kind of dog is? Chihuahua. Get your bitch ass out of here. That nigga a Rottweiler. Don't bring that nigga in here.
Right.
So we gotta stop acting like what it is doesn't matter to
Right.
what you're doing.
That's my point.
I'm with you.
So of course y'all are gonna be okay. Oh, I was gonna do that anyway. Yes, you were gonna do it anyway, but a woman probably wasn't gonna do it anyway.
Hey.
But
But
and again, I'm
She
not
found
knocking
out
women.
it
And
was-
if she does it, she's a whore.
thank
She
you.
does it.
That's all I'm trying to get to. If
You
she
know what
does
I
it,
tell them? I tell them there's another way. I tell them, listen, you can start your own brand.
Oh, you be in the strip club like,
Boss.
baby, I can take you out of here.
Nah, that's pillow talking. You can't
That's
do
what he
that.
does. Baby, I can take you away from
It's
all
a different
this.
way because I've seen
Yeah.
people come from nothing and go to something and create billion-dollar brands without having to design anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I know if you think hard enough, you can create something. And look what Obie's doing.
That's
Yeah.
what
Like
it's
he's
just idea.
Not everyone.
he's recreating an industry that already exists, but he's turning it and doing something different. And that's what you can do if you think hard enough. So I try to have that conversation rather than.
Have you used the app, bro? Have you used it yourself? Like, do you go to different
That's the
cities
only
and?
way. Yeah, that's the only way I book my barber. And like when I was whenever I travel for work, I immediately get to the city, touch down, see what barbers in the city, and I book with them.
A nigga ever fuck you up and you like, nigga?
But like, I mean, I've been fucked up before, but like, yeah, you mean, you roll the punches. Cause like, I'm the type that I'll also try out like a barber who may not be the best, only cause I gotta see, cause I want to see the full experience and like.
Why do you invite them to get on the app? Is that what you do?
So no, like if they're on the app, I'll book with a random barber in the city. Like if all the best barbers are booked, I'll book with somebody else who's not the best, but just like let me see how you act.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like your fade might not be the sharpest and the cleanest or the blurriest, but like it's a great conversation. You're a good conversationalist. Like you might do like aromatherapy. Like there's some other like benefits of booking with you. So like I'll try different barbers, but yes, I've been fucked up before. When that does
I
happen,
can't afford to be fucked
it's rough. It's rough. You know what I mean? I throw a hat on for the next 2 weeks. I go back and see my main guy, and he's like, "The fuck, what happened?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
I cheated.
So how is it? So can you get barbers? Like, say I got a barber he's fire.
Yeah.
Can I give you my barber, and then when people land in New York, you be like, yo, go over there? How does it-
absolutely. So like, if you have a barber who's fire, you want to share him with people, you can refer. You can
Pause,
send that
pause,
barber's link to
pause,
all your
pause.
friends, right?
Pause. I don't want to share anybody.
So you can refer your barber to
Yeah.
all your mans
We can do
if
that.
you think he is fired.
Right.
It's just so like to get you out of the way. But yeah, no, I think it's
Yeah, I
I feel like
get
me, right? It's like, I don't want you to come with bullshit. I'll stop. This nigga's so good at it. He can catch it.
It's like, I mean,
Yo, you and Dame Dash have a battle. Like
What?
pause off. like,
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. That's dope. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's dope. How much is it like on the app?
so as a barber, they pay like a monthly fee just like to manage their business, right? But as a customer, it's free. Like it's free for us to download the app, to look for a barber, to book a barber. You only pay when you pay your barber. Just like you want to pay your barber in the app. That's the only time you have to pay. Mm-hmm. So
That's fine.
they're free to download, free to use.
That's
Hey,
fine.
one thing I want to say, people kind of try to shit on people who become barbers a little bit. Like I don't know.
I love barber. My barber always got money.
Right, but when you
Always.
hear it, like, and maybe not us, because we use them, we understand what we paying them, but most of the time, the other side of the world looks at it like, he's a barber, like, he's not really, barbers make money.
Mm-hmm.
$200 a day is $6,000 a month. My barber making $400-500 a day for sure.
We got barbers making over 150
Hell
grand a year.
yeah.
Like barbering, there's plenty of money to be made in barbering as long as you build a brand. Like, you gotta like care about this shit. Like
Right.
you can't just like pull up, like be half-assing all day, be on your phone, not taking any clients. You're not gonna make no money.
It
But
goes
you
back to the
serious about this shit?
superstar thing.
Yeah, I mean,
If
you're a
you-
superstar, the best. Like, you gotta be the best if you want to be the best, right? And so, like, you go into the shop, you put in the time, the hours, you there all day. You talking to clients, you putting like boots on the ground, like you really perfecting your cut. You gonna make that money, and then you start upping your price. And like the way that most barbers get to the point that they start pricing their clientele, and they build a clientele 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
What's the
And
most
boom.
you ever paid for a haircut?
For me, maybe 100, 150. No, I lied to
House
you.
call.
That's like I paid 100. I paid 175 of a house call. Just regular me going to a shop, probably like 80 to 90.
Yeah, LA
But
shit.
that was because like
No waiting.
LA shit, and also like I was trying to book like after hours. Like I don't feel right paying more than like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
But like I will because again now it's more than just a haircut. Like when I go in there, they're doing hot towel.
Yeah.
Some of these barbers are doing aromatherapy, so it's like more of a spa treatment. It's
Yeah.
not just like I'm getting a taper in my season, I'm heading out the shop, right?
Yeah.
Now you're getting a little
It's
bit more of a
experience.
pampered experience,
Yeah.
and so you gotta pay a little bit more for that, and it's worth
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
that's
your
fine.
barbers
That's
take hold it
fine.
down.
I love it.
Right, we also help barbers get health insurance as well. So it's kind of go back to the music
Oh.
side of it, to where it's like nobody cares about the artist anymore. Like we care about the barber.
Oh, that's incredible.
Like we
That
help get health
is.
insurance. We have seminars. We teach them how to like actually get
Tax plan,
build
tax
tax
prep.
plans, how to get a shop. Like we try to prepare them for the future because at the end of the day, no one they're kind of forgotten about.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, how can we help them, especially with tax prep? You know, if you have your transaction set up through our app, it's easy to kind of go back and look at what you made and be able to file your taxes.
Because so it's
a
the
little
music,
bit-
when it's an industry where you just get all that money coming in and nobody's telling you how to take care of that shit on the back end, and then here come April come around, now Uncle Sam is knocking on your door, now what, right? So our whole thing is like, how do we help barbers be prepared along the way? It's not just the app, it's a platform, right? It's like, how do we impact every aspect of their career to make sure they can be the barber that they want to be?
Have you ever thought about? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, is it like hairstylists too, or is it just barbers?
Yes and
I was just gonna say,
So-
are you gonna do like a female version? Because
Exactly.
females, we need that.
Exactly. So for like the cut specifically, we want to keep specifically for barbers. That's how we built the brand today, and that's what's helped us, right? Because as a customer, we all know the cut is where I can find barbers versus some of the other apps that are more like they have beauticians and stuff like that.
Nail
And then
techs.
you'll see like a bunch of women, and it's harder to find a barber. So the cut will always be for barbers. Have we talked about client, or I'm sorry, like the female side? Yes. That'll probably happen in a couple of years, but it's definitely something we've talked about.
Yeah.
And but we do today though we'll have locticians on the app today. We do have some stylists. Hell, we even had like tattoo artists and like fucking car wash.
Really?
We had a car wash nigga on the app before. Because I mean it's appointment scheduling. So like, you know,
Yeah.
you just use the app to set up his schedule and you know, people are booking them. So.
Yeah, I like appointments. I don't
Yeah.
want to sit there and wait. Like I don't.
Who's controlling the price?
The barbers. It's all whatever
it
the
is.
barber says, and you pick your barber based on a price. So one barber's charging $100 a haircut, you can go to him, or you can go to somebody who's charging $20. It's up to you.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Customer choice has been the biggest thing, because like our whole thing was like when we came into it as a customer, like me and my co-founder, we're not barbers, but like we hated just like the opaqueness that exists in something going to a barbershop. You know, you walk in, you don't know what the haircut costs. You don't know when barbers are free.
You don't know who's good.
You don't know who's good, right? So we just want to like get rid of all that mystery.
Wait, do you have reviews on there?
Of course.
Okay.
Reviews.
I
you can
live
see the
off
service
reviews.
price, how long it's gonna take. We want to make sure you know everything you need to know about this barber before you
Stars
decide
and stuff.
everything.
Okay.
So you know exactly who you're going to see before you see that chair.
That's fine. You gonna work on more cities, or you gonna keep it where it's at?
So right now we're nationwide. We got barbers everywhere. I think
Oh.
the weakest city the weakest states and cities like Wisconsin. Like that little Midwest area, North Dakota,
I've never
South
been to
Dakota.
Wisconsin.
But like Chicago we lit, New York, Atlanta. Like our best market is Houston.
We gotta go to
Yeah, our best
Houston.
market is Houston. So yeah.
Houston is fine.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Texas. Everything's bigger down there, you know?
Pause.
I knew it. I was
I'm
waiting.
pointing at him like, go ahead.
I was waiting for
I've been our
that.
presence. I mean, our presence in the city. But yeah.
Off-topic question, because I had this debate.
Go ahead.
Is Doechii hip hop?
Interesting.
yeah.
I don't think she is.
What do you think she is, though?
I think she's gearing more towards Doja Cat popish, in my opinion.
Doja Cat is
I
dope.
think.
Interesting.
I don't think she is.
No, Doja Cat,
I
Cat,
don't
as
think
much
she's
as she
rap.
doesn't
She
want to
can
be,
rap,
as
but
much
she's
as-
not rap.
As much as she doesn't want to be, she's a rapper.
100%.
I don't
By
see her as a
category,
rapper.
she
Yes.
can rap,
Yes.
but she's a pop star.
I think that's what I'm saying.
She's
She
a pop
can
star.
rap, but
Listen,
she is a
we-
pop star.
listen,
You know how you know she a
We-
pop
There's a
star?
difference.
I
When
want
you
to tell
go
you this.
overseas,
Can I tell you this? We've worked with everybody.
Uh-huh.
There's only 2 females three that I know that I've worked in the studio with or we've made records for that I know they wrote their verses. That's Nicki, Rhapsody, and Doja.
now she's nice.
You can't you didn't know the record we did the record Don't Play My Pussy, Play My Emotions. Nigga, that bitch is incredible. The problem with Doja now, you could say she's not black. You could say she's not black.
Oh, no, I
culture.
wouldn't.
But if Eminem is rap, So is
she's
she.
rap.
She's just not rap culture because she don't like niggas. She don't fuck with
I
niggas
got a
like that.
question for you.
She don't like
Remember
us.
the artist Pink? Pink.
Yeah.
Would you say she was an R&B artist or a pop
She
star?
was.
She was.
R&B?
But what is she known for? She was an R&B artist
No,
first.
no.
Oh,
She
shit.
was. She was known. She went platinum.
Pink hair, pink.
Yes,
For pop star.
her name was Pink, and she had a song called "There You Go."
She
and she
started
was
in
urban,
R&B.
and then she L.A. sold LaFace, took over Arista, and then she made that album that was rock. And she addressed it though. L.A. told me, "You'll be a pop star. All you got to do is change everything
So
that
that's
you
not
are."
Doja Cat?
No, because
The sound?
No, Pink is actually rock now, and she was R&B. Doja Cat is a rapper. She just doesn't act like one. She don't want to be around niggas like that. But she, listen.
I don't know. I don't feel.
That's
I
like
think she's
Lauren. So
pop,
what's
but
Lauren?
can-
Lauren's
Lauren's a rapper. No, Lauren's a
rapper.
rapper.
Lauren's a rapper.
Lauren's a rapper. I'm saying Doja Cat.
Who can't sing?
Who can?
She don't fuck with us like that, but that doesn't mean that she's not rap.
She do a song with
She don't like niggas.
I don't know. I disagree. And so Doechii, I see Doechii's another one. I think she's dope. Listen, she's talented. She's dope. But like even when I did her interview for the freshman cover, but I ended up leaving XXL before that cover came out.
Okay, flex.
So
Like, it's a little
no. But so when I did have that meeting, I was like, she's dope. She's very talented. I just don't think she's a rapper.
Well, I think that what we have to do is kind of what we've been talking about a lot is we have to start allowing the genre to grow. Like you have soft rock, yacht rock, heavy metal.
But it
Alternative
has
rock.
grown because we have subgenres now in hip hop.
Name them.
That emo rap,
No,
Drill.
drill rap.
Sexy
No, we do
drill.
No.
R&B
No.
rap.
You don't call it
I
that.
got it.
But
Because it's my baby. I got it. Let me tell you something.
I'm just
What
saying,
I
we're
just
talking
said,
about it like
soft rock, that is an actual chart.
Right.
Hard rock, that's a chart. Alternative rock, that's a chart.
Okay, that part.
Emo rap is not a chart.
That part.
Playboy Cardi is competing
Not
with Too
officially.
Short.
That part.
Also.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
like they bunch every nigga together.
Right.
Why they let everybody else define what they want to be? But you rap, you that. And that's probably why I think Doja Cat doesn't want to be rap. But that don't mean she ain't rap.
But that's mainstream shit. In our culture, we know the difference.
What you mean?
Like mainstream, yeah, everyone's just rap. But in our culture, like we've had these conversations, like
Yeah.
there's emo rap, there's SoundCloud rap, there's melodic rap. There are different subgenres. It's just that the mainstream public like everything else when it comes to hip hop, they're late on it, so they're not acknowledging it. But we do have those conversations in hip hop, and there are subgenres.
What's drill? It's not.
subgenre?
No, but it's not a chart. It's
Yeah,
not. I'm
yeah.
number one on
She's
the
Not
drill
yet.
chart.
She's just more just saying yeah.
No,
She's
but,
just saying
but
yeah.
what I'm telling you is why are we still hip hop started in 1972. The first Grammy was given out in 1989. The first Grammy was getting out. Why are we still all being bunched together?
I agree.
And it's because
agree.
we don't control the charts. We don't control how it goes. Rap needs an alternative rock hip hop.
Yes.
You need a adult hip hop.
Yes.
You need a melodic hip hop. All these charts.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. That's peace.
We don't need niggas that get put. We don't need people that get bunched up on the same chart.
That's true. Maybe
So,
one
yeah.
day. Maybe one day it'll change.
starts with us.
Let's start the movement.
Starts with us.
It does start with us. It always does.
I'm going on that app. I want to let somebody give me a haircut.
Yeah, no, bro, download that. We really,
You gonna
I got
try it?
We got some fire barbers around here.
Try.
You're gonna try and then come back on the next episode and talk about
My
it?
barber been cutting my hair since 7th grade. I'm gonna
Honestly,
try.
you should get your barber on it. I don't even really want you to change your
My
barber.
barber tough.
So let me ask you a
That's even
question.
better.
Hold on. How do you book an appointment with your barber right now?
I walk in that motherfucker.
You walk in, and if
Wasted it.
But I like to chill though. So for
Right.
me, if I'm in a rush, I'll text him ahead of time. Yo, bro, I'm in a rush. I gotta do something, and he'll skip me.
Right.
But I like to go to the barbershop and
So
chill and
imagine a
watch
person that
TV.
just got skipped.
I don't give a fuck. I got seniority in this motherfucker.
I understand. But with the app, you would kind of avoid that. So you can still go early,
I booked my
but your
appointment.
appointment is at 3:30. So you can still go early if you want and chill because you like to chill.
It
But you
holds
know
you.
at 3:30, you in that chill.
If somebody book on y'all app to my barber and I get there and they in the chair, or they next, I'ma skip.
I don't like people like
See,
you.
My barber's
I'm
gonna
making a
skip
mistake.
me.
Like, excuse me. Like,
I
you know.
respect it, but I hate it.
Like shit.
He gonna skip me.
I got
That's not
seniority,
nice.
so I understand.
He gonna
but
skip me.
I understand 100%.
That's not
Cause I
nice.
probably bought him 100 customers since I've been going. You know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga land, if it's a rap
So
or something,
now,
I bring him to my
You'll
barber.
bring
Yo,
up
come
100
on.
more.
Yeah,
Download that.
I'm a definitely for sure. That's fire.
Now you got super privileges. Like you diamond in there, so you was gold before.
I
now
walk
you
in my
diamond.
barber shop dead broke. Like I ain't got it today. He still be like, see me later.
You don't gotta have it no
He's
more.
a liar. He
Get
ain't never
100 more
broke.
customers.
Anyway, he's lying.
Well,
Anyway.
he said he's been with him since 7th grade. So I could have been 8th grade.
Well,
7.
he was just saying if. He was saying if.
I be broke sometimes.
He's a liar. You're a liar. First of all, I was gonna say, oh my God, he has all black Air Forces, but excuse me, I saw the
I would
LV.
never.
See, I know. I was scared.
Nah,
I was scared. I was like, what is happening with the
He
black
ain't do
Air
that.
Force? I gotta be on point, but
I would never, nah.
You gotta be careful. Some of the black Air Force say Supreme in the back.
But even then,
But that's-
see,
They might say Supreme on the back.
So we gotta
it's
let it go.
the stigma.
Yeah, I don't wear them,
It's-
but some of them, I tried to tease a nigga
Course
one
we-
time and it just said
It's
Supreme
the
on the
stigma
back.
of
He
it. It's
said,
been that way forever, but I feel like social media has made it popular.
super juxy.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. I mean,
It is.
Yep.
But that's not what I wanted. Huh?
yeah, no, go.
I wanted to talk about digital marketing with you.
oh man, what we doing?
So how long have you been doing digital marketing?
Almost 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years. I started with Cashflow Harlem, artists I worked with,
Okay.
and ended up managing, and then that led to working with Cardi B before she was on Love and Hip Hop, before she even did music.
Okay.
So that's how I got into digital marketing, and the first thing I learned was how to make money on the internet. So once I learned how you actually make money on the internet, that's when I felt like I got into my bag, and I ended up making bags, and that's how I was able to help Cardi and everyone else make money off of on Facebook at that time.
So meta ads.
This is before Meta ads. Meta didn't even have a platform really
Okay.
for ads like that. Like this, I'm
Okay.
talking about like creating blog articles, and the same way kind of Shade Room and TMZ and remember that other one? It was Media Takeout. Remember
Yes.
that? This was around that time, 2015, 2016, and I learned that every impression is worth something. So every pair of eyeballs that lands on a page is equal to some type of dollar amount that somebody is making.
The impressions.
Yeah, somebody's making money.
I know
somewhere.
what they're saying.
Right? So I learned that, and that's what led me into digital marketing and advertising, and ended up working with CoverGirl and Fashion Nova and a bunch of other brands, and now I'm with The Cut.
What can you suggest? And I know you guys have to go, so I just want to know, what can you suggest to artists? Because I also do publicity, and I find that I get a lot of artists that come to me for publicity, and I have integrity. So it's like I can look at you and know, look, people aren't going to cover you. I look at your numbers. I look at everything. And they're not going to cover you. I know why. Because I'm coming from a media standpoint. So I refuse the check. I won't take it because you're never going to say, I gave her the X, Y, and Z. She didn't deliver ever.
I don't want no money
Ever.
until I know I could. I don't want no money until I know it's
100%.
good.
I can't
And
deliver it.
yeah, like integrity.
Right.
But I do tell them you should work on your marketing, right?
Yes.
So let's say an artist comes brand new, has a little bit of steam going, but they want to get to the next level. So what would you suggest to them? What is that step before they seek publicity? How should they market themselves using digital marketing?
So, shout out to my guy Jens. He actually does this. Jens the Guru. But what I would suggest is if you have a little bit of steam, you have a budget, you have a video out, and Ray probably gonna look at me a little crazy because he but I would say that you should start running YouTube ads and Meta ads. That would be like the first approach. The reason why is because you could target exactly who you want. The same way Ray took that A-Boogie and put him on the table and said what kind of shoes does he wear. You can literally type in what type of shoes does people wear, what type of clothes do they wear, what type of shows do they watch, what type of movies do they watch, who's their favorite actor, what is their lifestyle like, right? You could take those characteristics and then you could target people based off that. And on YouTube, you could literally have your video being featured on certain playlists. So if you rap like Lil Yachty, then you want all the rappers who rap like Lil Yachty, that's who you want to target. So that your music appears, and when it's searched and when it's being played on the playlist, you pop up, and now you're able to gain some fans, you're able to gain some views from that. That's what I would tell the artist. On the other side, I also tell the artist, start your own brand. Because these brands are going to come and give you brand deals and say, hey, here's 5,000, here's 10,000. If you're big, they're going to give you, here's 100,000, here's 200,000. But they're going to make $2 million off you, off that post that you're going to do. Because they're going to run ads on the back end. So I would say, whatever brands are coming to you that you like, start your own brand. Find a supplier for that, start that brand, and start your own e-commerce store. Go on Shopify and start that. And I actually started a program for kids in high schools, teaching them how to do that. So
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
What's it called? And
So
where?
it's called the Mogul Academy. I go by Eddie Mogul. It's called the Mogul Academy, and I'm teaching kids in high school. I have a Bronx high school called Law, Government, and Justice, and I'm teaching the 10th and 11th graders how to build their own e-commerce website. So they literally starting from scratch. They're building their business plans. They're figuring out who their target audience is. They're finding suppliers the same way that any other store online will find suppliers, whether it's Alibaba, AliExpress, whatever the case is. they'll find suppliers, they're branded, and then they'll also be able to learn marketing, advertising, and everything they need to be successful.
And really quickly, when you say, because I know you can target on meta ads, very
Yes.
specific.
Yes.
But YouTube, from what I know of, you can't get specific. That's Google ads, isn't it?
So it's
That'll
Google-
show up on YouTube?
Well, YouTube is owned by Google.
Right.
So it's the same as you're doing Google ads. They have affinity audiences, which is pretty much they group everyone together if you are into based on what you're into. So if you're someone who's like a beauty enthusiast, right, you'll be in that affinity. But they also have a way for you to target certain YouTube channels, which is a strategy that we've used, and then you can also target certain types of genres of music also. So that's another way you can go about it. So I would just group together all the YouTube channels that sound like me or have a similar sound and have a similar type of playlist that I want to be fit in, and that's who I would target. And then from there, you start to get the analytics and learn. But it's a learning process. It's not a 1, 2, 3 process. It's not something you're gonna put $10 in and become a
Right.
millionaire off of. It's something that you have to continually work at.
All right. And you're taking clients? No?
Right now, my focus is on
Okay, no, it's okay. So I was just trying to get you a shout out.
And the
Okay.
kids, I appreciate it.
Okay,
I do
good.
have a course where I teach people how to run ads. But
Okay.
right now, I'm just kind of locked in on what I'm doing right now.
Okay,
we got
good.
something great we're building with off the top, so I can't distract myself from that.
I hear you.
I was gonna say, like, to your point around like artistry, I feel like to add on to everything Eddie just said, like building that audience and community is probably the biggest thing you can do as an artist with some momentum, because with that you can do so much. You build that community of people, like Eddie mentioned with the writing ads. On these platforms, you can create things called lookalike audiences.
Right.
So if you have email addresses, phone numbers, you can of your existing audience. Now these platforms are going to find all the people out in the world who act and behave just like the people in your audience. So that now amplifies the work you're doing. And then when you want to sell to them in the future, once you have your brand, now you have an email list of people to sell to. So definitely want to build that audience and like that community email list as soon as you can as an artist. It's fine.
You've been doing digital marketing too, I see.
The last thing I want to say is these platforms know everything about us. They know what we like,
Sure
what we
do.
don't like. They know.
Thanks to cookies.
Look at your Explore page. It's a reflection of you, as Ray said like last week. It's a reflection of you, right? So everything you like, you don't like, what you interact with, what you watch, they know how long you watch it, they know how much time you spend on it, they know what friends you sent it to, so they know what those friends like. They know everything about us. They know how many kids you got. They know whether you have kids or not, whether you're married or single. They know so much about us, and we have to use that in order to start our brands, in order to start to being able to target who we want, whether you're in music or you're you're an entrepreneur starting a brand.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna holla at y'all later though, because I got a couple of questions for myself. You know, I've been doing digital marketing too. But thank you all for coming.
Thanks for having us.
It was a great conversation.
Yo,
Likewise.
tell me, where's my camera itself? I want my Air Max. Every time I see him, I'm gonna tell that to me 80 years old. Where my Mac? Where my AirPods at?
We're gonna clip this up specifically.
I got him.
Wait, can we bring the winner? Can we
Huh?
bring
Yeah.
the winner up here?
The what?
The winner of the
off the top.
contest. Can he
Yeah,
finish
you can.
first?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna offer
When are you gonna wait, so when is this happening?
So the winner
next month.
Next month?
Yeah.
First week of May.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are going to different states.
We're going to DC next week and then Atlanta, and then we're gonna pick our winner.
Okay, and,
Whoever wins,
and y'all
we
gonna
want them
come
to
back?
here. Yeah.
When y'all going to Atlanta?
okay.
I want to go.
May 4th will be in Atlanta.
Yep.
Cinco de Mayo
Cinco de
weekend.
Mayo,
you know what I
you
mean?
can't
Oh,
miss that.
I'm gonna be in Atlanta too, but not around that. You gonna be in Atlanta around that time?
I'm gonna make sure I'm in Atlanta. at that time.
Anyways, all right. Well, yeah. When you have your winner come back, you guys are always welcome.
Thank
you.
you.
Know how we do.
But we want to show the winner that they're welcome. It's important, you know, this person is looking at everybody on YouTube and saying, man, if I could just get there. Like now, the cut, not only we just gave him $10,000, now we give him a chance to perform it on your platform. Like, you know, like come and we talk about the story.
Oh, you want to do a performance?
Well, the verse, it's a verse, it's 90 seconds. We might as well, if we going to be here.
I mean,
at least gotta let him kill
we
his
got a
verse.
little setup up our sleeve. We're gonna start doing
Oh.
performances here. Actually,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, there you go.
we are working on
Let
doing.
us push in the spot. Let us
Please.
All right, let's talk.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.